Hey there! Eating before you go to bed, it's bad for you, isn't it? This is the myth that I'm going to bust today. My name is Mel Wakeman. Now I hear from lots of people, they are genuinely worried because they're eating either their main meals or they're snacking more in their evening, and they're really worried that this is going to increase weight gain or increase fatness in their body. Now, the only way this is going to happen is if your eating later at night drives you to eat more than you normally would. Okay, now what we're seeing in today's society is that our lives are very different compared to what they were 20-30 years ago. It's quite rare, I think, that people have the typical 9 to 5 working hours. They lay down their tools and they go home, and their evening and non-working waking time is free to do all sorts of things. It's not really like that now because people have longer working hours. They have more flexible working options. They may want to go to the gym because they have a need to exercise because there are no facilities during the working time, and they enjoy doing that in the evening. It may be that they've got kids clubs to be taxiing around and they've got kids that won't go to sleep. Lots of different reasons why our eating time in the evening is very, very variable. It's not just 5:30 anymore. It's 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night potentially. Now, what we do know about eating in the evening is that it's probably more difficult to resist the goodies at that time. Okay, so by the time we get to the evening, it probably is likely that our body is in wind down mode. Our biological clock is saying, do you know what, I'm getting tired, I'm getting ready, I would like to go to sleep. But there's probably a hell of a lot of stuff already happening, whether it's fear of missing out, or you want to do the Netflix binge, or you're working, or your kids will not go to sleep. There's often a need to stay up later, or we just choose to stay up later. Now, when we feel tired, okay, our body is going to go, well, if you're asking me to stay up for longer and stay alert, then you've got to feed me. This is not probably going to be a true physical hunger if you've eaten well during the day and had your main meal in the evening. It might be true hunger. But what often happens is your body will go, I need high energy. So that will be the sugary cakes, biscuits, sweets. It could be the crisps, the nuts, the nibbles, whatever it is that is going to give you a quick energy top up. Okay. It also might be habits that are linked to boredom, for example, or just an associated behaviour like watching TV. It's quite nice to sit there and have a nibble with something, isn't it? Now, we know that when we have particularly sugary foods, or when we're eating when we are tired, it is more likely that we will eat more. Our portion sizes do tend to increase. And that's particularly if we're distracted in terms of watching something or gaming. And that could potentially lead to an increased calorific intake. But I guess my question to you would be, what's going to be the negative impact of you eating later? I would much rather you eat your main meal than not eat it, because that's going to have all sorts of implications in terms of your ability to sleep and what you're going to feel like the following day. Now, if your window between eating your main meal and going to bed is very small in terms of an hour or less, I would question, do you experience reflux? Do you find actually that because your body is digesting your meal still, it's not conducive to sleep? There's a real conflict in terms of an increased metabolism of digestion and then you expecting your body to just go, wind down, I need to go to sleep now. That's not really going to happen. So think about how you deal with eating later. And if you're worried about snacking at night, then just have a light snack. That snack will help you go into a deeper sleep late at night, providing it's not overly fatty or spicy or high sugar or high caffeinated, for example, in terms of a drink, because that could play around with things. But genuinely, feel free to have a snack if you're genuinely hungry, eat and enjoy your evening. And I shall see you again soon, guys. Bye.